Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Great to see everyone here today. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so let's talk some secrets of the universe, some secrets that can help you to manifest and change your lives. Some real big secrets of this universe. All right, I want to paint a picture for you, so you could kind of understand how your reality works and whatever you're seeing in your life, your experience, all these things. I want to paint a picture for you. So you guys are familiar with quantum mechanics, right? Quantum physics like shows us how things come about in our life, right? See how that's what quantum physics basically does. So here's something I want you to consider that's very profound, that will change your life right now. And it's quantum mechanics, but I'm going to make it simple. So let's use an analogy, all right? Let's say now you want to bake a nice cake. So we're going to go out and you're going to get your cake stuff, right? So let's say you get your cake ingredients. So what the first thing you need to bake something or bake a cake, you need the ingredients, right? All right. So the ingredients for your cake, let's say, would be your eggs, some butter, flour, whatever, milk, whatever it is, right? So we get our ingredients for our cake. So we start baking our cake, right? So we put our eggs, our milk, our butter, whatever, salt, pepper, sugar, all that stuff. We put it into the thing, right? And then we go ahead and we put the cake in the oven, right? And then the egg, the milk, butter, sugar, all coagulate together. And then when you open your oven, let's say you have a chocolate cake, you open your oven, there's a nice chocolate cake. You take out your cake, of course you got your cake mix, of course. You take out your cake, you let your cake cool, then you go ahead, slice your cake, and you start to eat your cake. Now, what if I'm to tell you that right now, the cake you just baked in the oven, and the taste of the chocolate, and you're eating it and it's tasting good. What if I were to tell you that none of that never happened? That it's fake. You can't really taste. You can't really enjoy that stuff. You're not really eating a cake. You think you're eating a cake. What if I was to tell you that all of that is an illusion? How would you respond? What is your response right now? If I was to tell you that, I'll say, yeah, when you bake your cake and you take your cake and you eat it, it's fake. It's your brain tricking you, making you think that you're eating a cake, and make you think you're tasting, make you think you're seeing a color, make you think all of it is fake. What would you say about that? Well, let's take it a little further. Okay, so what if I'm to say to you, oh, all that is fake? But now let me say this to you. I'm not going to say what if I'm saying to you it's fake. Now what I'm saying to you, I'm actually telling you now that is fake. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to present to you evidence right now to show you that it's fake. Okay? So if you're just joining this, we're talking about the analogy of baking a cake and eating the cake with the ingredients. So let's go back. Now let's go back to where we're baking our cake. Let's go back to our ingredients. Okay, our ingredients in our cake. Now in order for you to have a cake, you got to have the ingredients. But let's go back. You put the egg, the butter, the milk, and all of that stuff. Okay, so what if I was to tell you that your egg, your butter, your milk, your cake batter, your cake, whatever it is, the sugar, all of that isn't real. It can't exist as a physical egg or butter. What if I was to tell that? So, but you say, well, Mark, how can that be? I put my egg in and I bake my cake and it came out as a cake and I physically eat the cake and all that. But then what if I'm elaborate more to tell you that, yeah, everything you're doing is actually fake, man. Like, you think you're eating a cake, you can't eat a cake, you never ate a cake. you never smelled anything in what we call reality. What you're actually doing is you're using perceptions of your brain. Your brain is actually hallucinating all of this like a big old dream. So it's like, okay, so you're actually living in a dream world. So I'm gonna stipulate a lot further on that. Now, let me show you the evidence and present it to you that what I've just demonstrated to you in the analogy of a cake, now I'm going to demonstrate to you in an analogy of real physics and science of all of this. Okay, so here we go. So for you to have something, you have to have ingredients to make something. For you to be a human being, you have to have ingredients. You have to have, we have carbon, matter, molecules, proteins, right? You gotta have DNA, you gotta have information. You have to create your embryo, and then you come into existence as this person, right? So everything needs an ingredient to form it. But what if I'm to tell you right now that the ingredients that make you and I and everything around you and I that looks physically real is impossibly not real? It cannot be real. So first of all, do you guys know what the ingredients of the basic building blocks of matter or physical realities do? Anyone, can you tell me what are the ingredients that make up our world? Comment below if you can tell me the ingredients, because everything has an ingredient to create reality. You know that, right? Okay, good. Someone have it. So, okay, we have atoms. Okay, what is the ingredients inside of the atoms that create more stuff? So it's not the atom, but there's things inside the atom that helps the atom. So okay, so in the atom, you got the electron, you got the proton, you got the neutron, and they orbit each other, right? So we know that, right? So the particles are the ingredients, right? So that means, now listen to this now. So that means if you go into your body, you break your body down, you get into the blood, the cells, break your cells down, you get into the molecules, right? And after you pass the molecules, we get into the quantum world, and then we get into the ingredients that make you and I, atoms, electrons, protons. So those are the ingredients that make every single thing in the world you see. When you look at the rock, you look at everything, the tree, you and I, the reason why a tree will look like a tree and a house will look like a house is because the building blocks of these ingredients are arranged in a different order. So the atomic, we call it different lattice structures. It's like a Lego set. You arrange things in a different order, and you get a Lego car, a Lego house, and then you pull them off, you get your little Lego thing. So just look at it like that. But here's the most fascinating thing about all of this, though. Check this out. This is the most fascinating thing. The ingredients that make you and I physically real, we discovered it cannot be real because the ingredients that make real is not real themselves. That is right. Atoms and electrons, they don't have physical properties. They are mathematical equations. They are waves of energy. You cannot touch an atom. You cannot hold an electron. It's a transparent thing. If you put your fingers to it, you're not touching anything solid. You're going right through it. So, what does that say about you and the world you live in? So let me cut to the chase and make it very easy for you, because you may be busting your brain right now. So what I'm here to tell you is that everything that you are seeing and experiencing is an illusion, a trickery, a fake, a brain concoction, a dream, a projection, a streaming service from somewhere else. Your mind is generating this. There is no such thing as solid physical matter. It cannot exist. But Mark, why does it feel so real? Why do I can touch my car? Why can I don't get this. Why can I smell stuff? Again, the only thing that ever gives you information about anything is your brain. Your brain is concocting through the cells in your body and the nerves and producing smell and taste, and it's telling you that's what real is. But it cannot be, because we know from the ingredients that create and manifest life. So what's the point of this? Why is this so the big deal about this? The big deal about this is it says that the mind creates what you see as matter. It says that the observer has an effect on the internal world. It says that whatever is in my head
can become my real world. It says that I have the power. It says that I am a creator. It says that I control the majority of the physical experiences in my life. That's what it's saying to you. So you have to use this secret knowledge, or whatever you want to call it, this truth, this facts. You have to get it and process it so you can use it to effectively change your life for the better. So how do you do it? There's a lot of components into this stuff to create and master this. The first component is to understand that you live in an illusionary world, a matrix, a fake, a dream, a concoction through your consciousness, streaming information for you to see this stuff as it is. You have the free will to choose an experience, a movie, a reality that you want to inhabit or experience. And your reality is controlled by two aspects. You have a physical conscious mind, which you can project, desire. Then you have the unconscious mind, which actually does the rendering, the servicing, and the creative process of the reality. Now, when these two minds are operating together, it's a flawless process. You'll easily get whatever you want. But if one mind and both minds are faulty, you're going to struggle. So here's the two tips to help you when you're using your imagination. By the way, your mindset and imagination is the most powerful tool to create. So there's two things that stop you when you're going to manifest: your doubt and your beliefs. So if you ever want to fix any of them, is the easiest way to do it. Let me teach you something that you may not know. Whenever you can imagine something in your mind or see something that you want inside your head, doubt cannot exist. Limiting beliefs cannot exist in imagination, because imagination has no substance or no logical analytical structure in it. It's an image you're seeing. Doubt and lack can only exist externally by you processing through your conscious mind, by thinking. So if you ever have doubt that you're going to get something, just go imagine yourself and see yourself with it inside your imagination. There can't be any doubt. And if you repeat that, your unconscious mind now will create the situation for you to experience that. The next tip now, if you want to change and master this game, this fake illusionary game that you're creating and you're generating, is the value system. You have to give value to the things that you want so they can come into your life. This is important, because here's the thing: everything we see, we're inviting it and we're attracting it based on whether we see ourselves worthy or not. That's called value. When you give yourself value, the universe rewards you with valuables. So how do you give yourself value, Mark? What do I have to do? Again, so simple fact. You go into imagination. When you can imagine yourself with the thing you want, you are creating value. Just like in the real world, if you want your business to do good, you have to provide value. Give value to your services. The more value to your service, the more comes in. If you give a lack to your service, you're going to get lack. Value is about how you perceive your importance, your contribution to humanity or society. It's an internal thing. And let me tell you something powerful about that. Once you create that internal dialogue, what happens now is, because you're generating this field, or this what we call matrix system here, you're going to create and generate actual people around you that reciprocate and show you the worth of your value. In other words, look at it as like a mirror. The mirror is just going to project to you what you see in the mirror, not what you think you want in the mirror, not what you think you should get, whatever, even not what you expect. It's just going to show you what you're being projected as. So all of these concepts are very important for you to understand to shift your world. But the most important concept I said to you earlier is this one, and this one got to get into your head. You got to stick this in your head, that the ingredients. Remember what I taught you. I said everything in the world or in your life has to have ingredients to become what they are. I used your example of you as an embryo. Before you're an embryo, your information, carbon, matter, proteins, molecules, DNA. You become a cell, you move, you become an embryo, boom, you're a human being. You want to bake a cake, ingredients, egg cake. You want to build something, everything has ingredients. So you know that. So the ingredients of all of life and all this thing we call is subatomic world. Those ingredients that make everything that you see as physical are not physical. They are fake. You can't touch an atom. You can't There's no physical property or physical mass in any quantum particle or subatomic world. They have no mass. They are mathematical equations or mathematical properties of existence. In other words, what we're doing is we're observing energy dancing around, and we're calculating the mass, the projection of where this energy should power itself. That is called quantum physics. That is called equations. That's how it works. There's no physical property to anything that you see around your life. Your brain is a great trickster. It is a great processor. It helps to make sense of your world. You have to remember something, people. Here's the most important thing. You are not seeing outside. You are seeing inside first, and then your brain is catching it, processing it, filtering it, and then it's showing you outside. You get tricked because when you see outside, your conscious mind is the forefront runner, so it sees things and it says, oh, this is the world. This is what I'm seeing. It has no idea that it's also being internally generated by the brain. The brain is a receiver. So we want to get deeper, we want to go higher to the next level to take it even further. There is a streaming service outside that's sending the info. You know what streaming service is. You have a TV or a laptop, you have Wi-Fi. It has to be coming from somewhere. A streaming service that is sending information into your brain, and all the information into your brain is what you see as your reality. What is your streaming service? Does anyone know what the streaming service for you is called? What does it do? What is it? Well, the branch of the streaming service is called consciousness, but consciousness breaks up into different variants. So what is your streaming service called? Nope, it's not your ego. Your ego is not a streaming service. Your ego is a byproduct from a streaming service. The ego turns on when the streaming service hits your brain. So what is the source of the streaming service? Nope, it's not your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is also a receiver from the streaming service. Your subconscious mind is the processor of the information. Nope, it's not your reticular activation system. I'm reading the comments here. Nope, the reticular activation system is a processor of a streaming service of the streaming service. Okay, good, we got it here. It is called your authentic self. It is your higher self. Call it what you want, God, source, energy, whatever. That is the streaming service. That is the intelligence that came down and put itself into your brain and says, hey, you are John, you are Mark, let's play this game and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna experience this world the way I want to experience it. That is what this game is about. The people and the information that anyone that knows or comes upon this information, your life changes profoundly because you have been turned on now by the universe. You have become enlightened. So once you get this information I'm presenting to you right now, your life will literally change. And I've just presented it in the most simplistic, easiest way for you to understand it. Now you can go out there and you can go follow up and do some research and put it together to make more sense to you. But I've just given you the whole draft of how all of this works. So now you can understand why I say and why I talk and I teach. I say, hey, you can manifest anything. Your world is an illusion. It's all through your imagination. If you focus, if you repeat it, if you use the tools given to you, you can change your life. Now you see how it makes sense because I just made it profoundly simple for you. That is the big S secret to anything in your life. Apply it, adopt it, implement it, and you will see your world change profoundly.